First at 10, more than a dozen bullets fired, and tonight the victims caught in the middle of it all are talking about those terrifying moments.
We first told you about the story on the 6 o'clock news. The shooting happened over the weekend in Converse on Jaybrook. That's in the Northampton neighborhood. The
night team's Devin Clark spoke to the victims, who say they haven't slept since the incident.
A frantic call to 911.
There's somebody standing at the side of my house. Looks like they're trying to get in. They're trying to run. Oh, they have a gun.
Remembering it, I just start shaking.
This shaky cell phone video captured early yesterday morning shows the moments a woman tried to drop her friend off at her house in Converse, but found two armed men lurking in the yard, trying to hide behind thin trees and bushes.
When I saw them in my lawn, when we put up, I'm like, why are they kind of in my grass? I'm thinking, are they drunk?
After shining headlights in their direction and trying to ward them off, the suspects eventually began moving toward the victim's SUV.
The victims say they couldn't get a good description of the men because of the trees and the fact that they were wearing masks. And even though the suspects are long gone from this yard, the imagery of what happened is still very vivid in their minds.
The victims say the suspects shot more than 30 rounds.
They shot at my tires. They shot at my tires.
The victims say when the men started shooting, they immediately took off, ducking and driving about 400 yards away. They ended up at a neighbor's house. The entire journey, they heard bullets shattering glass all around them.
It wasn't like they tried scaring us away. They wanted to, kill us.
Aside from minor cuts from broken glass, the driver, her boyfriend, her friend, and pet Yorkie, all in the car, managed to avoid harm. The red Mazda they were in, though, took several hits and had to be impounded for evidence as the investigation continues.
I would feel better if I knew they were caught, but it doesn't even if they do get caught, I won't feel safe.
That was Devin Clark reporting. It is unclear what the suspects were doing in the yard, and even though you can't see this in the video, Converse police say there is a third suspect. They're looking for all three of them tonight. If you can help with this case, you're asked to call Converse police at the number there on your screen, 210-658-2322.
Sierra Sims saw three men she didn't recognize crouching by her home on Jaybrook Drive. She immediately called police and pushed record on a cell phone.
We couldn't see them, we could just see bodies.
You can see in this video, the men come out from the trees and walk toward them. Sims says their faces were covered.
We see they have ski masks on and they have guns in their hand. And we see one walking, and then the other one is kind of turned and talking to him well, what? And then we just see them agree. Basically to start shooting.
Sims and her friends drive off, but the bullets kept flying.
I'm thinking maybe they're trying to scare us, but they followed us all the way down and they're still shooting.
They crash into a neighbor's yard and say once the homeowner came out, the men drove off.
They wanted us, they were trying to kill us. We couldn't even leave because they shot our tires out. I screamed, well, we need to get out of here.
Converse police say the video and their eyewitness accounts will help. They're also gathering any home surveillance cameras from the area.
To be caught, I want to know that whoever it was, even if they do get caught, I don't think I'll feel safe.
I can tell you that the police department, as well with the assistance of Bexar County Sheriff's Department, SAPD, and DPS, we are working aggressively and diligently trying to identify these folks.